Watch my video about the lies, manipulation, and outright hilarity concerning the false allegations of Jean Carroll against Donald J. Trump. Watch my video and become informed.
I never met this woman. I never saw this woman. This woman said, I met her at the front door of Bergdorf Goodman, which I rarely go into other than for a couple of charities. I met her in the front door. She was about 60 years old, and this is like 22, 23 years ago. I met her in the front door of Bergdorf Goodman. I was immediately attracted to her, and she was immediately attracted to me. And we had this great chemistry. We're walking into a crowded department store. We had this great chemistry, and a few minutes later, we end up in a room, a dressing room of Bergdorf Goodman, right near the cash register. And then she found out there were locks on the door, so she said, I found one that was open. She found one. She learned this at trial. She found one that was open. What kind of a woman meets somebody and brings them up, and within minutes, you're playing hanky-panky in a dressing room, okay? I don't know if she was married then or not. John Johnson, I feel sorry for you, John Johnson.
Mr. President, can I
think of it.
I know you're recounting what she said, but Mr. President.
But let me just, if I could, because you asked the question.
This was a
just
jury,
so you understand,
though.
if I was walking in at the, because I was very famous then, and I owned the Plaza Hotel right next door, and I owned buildings around it, I'm not going into a dressing room of a crowded department store. Then I say, if she was being raped, and by the way, they said she wasn't raped. Okay, that was her charge. It wasn't.
They found that you sexually abused her.
What? Say what? They did. They said he didn't rape her, and I didn't do anything else either. You know what? Because I have no idea who the hell she is.
But Mr. President,
I don't know who this woman
can I
is.
ask you, given your recounting
I
your
don't know
version?
who, and I tell you this.
But Mr.
Are
President,
you ready?
can I
swear
ask
on
you
my
because-
children, which I'd never do. I have no idea who this woman. This is a fake story, made up story. We had a horrible Clinton-appointed judge. He was horrible. He allowed her to put everything in. He allowed us to put nothing in.
Mr. President,
this is a
you're
fake
recounting your version
story.
of
Rachel, yes, tell me. I had such great ideas for all the good I'm going to do with this money. First thing, Rachel, you and I are going to go shopping. We're going to get completely new wardrobes, new shoes, motorcycle for Crowley, new fishing rod for Robbie. Rachel, what do you want? Penthouse? It's yours, Rachel.
In this video, I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet. Just kiss. I don't even wait. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything. Grab them by the you can do anything. That's what you said, correct?
Well, historically, that's true with stars.
It's true with stars that they can grab women by the
Well, that's what it's. If you look over the last million years, I guess that's been largely true. Not always, but largely true. Unfortunately or fortunately.
And you consider yourself to be a star?
I think you can say that, yeah.
And France? You want France? You want to go fishing in France? No? Oh, all right, okay.
That's a joke. Although if me...
When you said in that video that Ms. Leeds would not be your first choice, you were referring to her physical looks, correct?
Just the overall, I look at her, I see her, I hear what she says, whatever. You wouldn't be a choice of mine either, to be honest with you. I hope you're not insulted. I would not, under any circumstances, have any interest in you. I'm honest when I say it. I would not have any interest in.
You don't feel like a victim?
I was not thrown on the ground and ravished. Which, the word rape carries so many sexual connotations. This was not sexual. It hurt. It just, you know.
Well, I think most people think of rape as it is a violent assault. It is not.
I think most people think of rape as being sexy.
Let's take a short break.
Think of the fantasies.
We're going to take a quick break. If you can stick around, we'll talk more on the other side.
You're fascinating to talk to.
But she made up a story, it fabricated 100%, that I attacked her at Bergdorf Goodman. You know, it's very interesting. I don't think they were allowed to use this either. Her favorite show is Law and Order. And there's a almost exact story as her story in Law and Order about being attacked in the dressing room of a department store. I don't know if they used the name of the store. But that's her favorite show, Law and Order. She said that.
And anyway, this evolved into a defamation case against me because I disputed her words because I told the truth.
Jean Carroll, or the two women she says she told about the alleged incident when it happened, do not know what year the incident took place. They say it happened between 1994 to 1996. Jean Carroll and her two witnesses were hard left Democrat activists. Why would they let a Republican run for president who assaulted Jean Carroll without mentioning one word to anybody? Sorry, doesn't seem realistic. Business Insider. Jean Carroll's friend testifies that they didn't scheme to make up rape allegation to stop Trump. One of the friends who says she can corroborate Jean Carroll's rape allegation against former President Donald Trump was questioned about an email she sent Carroll in 2017 in which she said Trump must be stopped and asked her friend to scheme. Carol Martin is one of two friends that Carroll told about the alleged assault, which the longtime advice columnist says happened in a Bergdorf Goodman dressing room in the mid-1990s. Carroll is also suing Trump for defamation, pointing to his comments on social media calling her story a hoax and a lie. On Thursday, Martin was questioned in Manhattan federal court about an email she sent to Carroll about Trump in 2017, just a few weeks before Carroll would start work on What Do We Need Men For?, the 2019 book in which she publicly accused Trump of rape for the first time. In September 2017, Martin sent an article making fun of Trump, who she called Orange Crush, to Carroll and followed it up with another message saying, "This has to stop, and as soon as we're both well enough to scheme, we must both do our patriotic duty." Carroll responded, "Totally. I have something special for you when we meet." Martin said the email exchange had nothing to do with Carroll's decision to come forward with the story about Trump. However, she described herself and Carroll as very liberal, feminist women who often talk about ways to change the climate. While Carroll herself could not recall the something special that she had for her friend was, Martin said she remembers it was a toy squirrel for her granddaughter. She later said scheme was a reference to supporting Democratic Party causes. Law and Order. Game, set, match. Trump's lawyers showed jurors message he calls lethal to Jean Carroll's case. The message, dated November 30th, 2021, shows an email that Martin sent to a third party after her friend Carroll decided to file sexual battery claims under New York's Adult Survivors Act. "It's too hyperbolic," Martin wrote in the message, according to the exhibit. "Too much celebratory stuff over something that hasn't really happened." She said next she's going to sue T when adult victims of rape laws passed in New York State or something. What the fuck? In 2022, after retaining counsel, Martin sent Carroll a message. No more chats and texts until further notice, according to Taco Pina, Trump's lawyer.